Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah ma ba'd. A number of questions recently have come regarding sisters and Salatul Taraweeh. Will they get the same reward as men praying in congregation 25-27 for Salatul Isha? Is it legislated for them to come to the Masjid, or is it better for them to pray at home? What is the bare minimum that they should pray? And how many raka'at is the bare minimum also? Now, a lot of people have been asking, right, look, this 25-27, if you pray in congregation, you get a multiplication of reward. Does that apply to women or not? The majority of the men say it doesn't apply to women. It does not apply to women. The reason why is because men have been either obligated or encouraged. I mean, there's a difference of opinion between them, whether it's wajib or not, but they are the ones who are under that instruction. So if they have left their homes and prayed in the masjid, it's only right that they will get rewarded for it, 25 or 27. Women have not been given that instruction. They've got the ability to attend the masjid, but they have not got any obligation to do so. Therefore, the man who has gone, he'll get 25, 27. Therefore, the majority have said the woman is not including 25, 27. Now, I just want to say something which is really important. Sometimes a person will look at a hadith and they will say, well, I want to be included in that hadith. And if I'm not including a hadith, then why not? I need an explanation. The explanation is this: whether it's inside Ramadan or outside Ramadan, you have to understand that the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is vast. And there are certain narrations which talk about doing a good deed and you will be rewarded in a certain manner. And that might be for a certain group of people. And this is what happened in the time of the Messenger of Allah. People were giving sadaqah and they came complaining to the Messenger of Allah, and he said, what did he say? ذَلِكَ فَضْلُ اللَّهِ يُؤْتِي مَن يَشَاءُ. This is the bounty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He grants it to whoever He wants. Therefore, don't look at this reward of praying in congregation 25-27 and think, oh, I'm missing out, and how can the majority say this and that? No, look at it in a different, or from a different perspective and a different light, and say, listen, okay, that is probably just for men, but what can I do to have the same kind of reward, if not more? Okay, so I just want us to understand that principle. There is another principle, which is that the ulama have said, okay, when it comes to rewards, nobody can limit the rewards of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Who's to say that if a woman comes, that she won't get 25, 27? Yes, we've got a fiqhi debate as to whether it includes women or not, and the majority have said no. But who's to categorically say that Yawm al-Qiyamah that she won't get 25, 27? Therefore, the bounty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cannot be restricted. So what I'm saying here is, whether she prays in Jama'ah or whether she prays at home, she will get a multiplication. If she prays in Jama'ah, seeking to attain that reward of 25, 27, being in the Jama'ah so she can pray a number of raka'at that she probably wouldn't pray at home, listening to the recitation of the Qur'an that she probably wouldn't be able to do at home, who's to say that she won't get 25, 27? But if she chooses to stay at home and conceal herself and pray and read from the Mus'haf and go through that struggle herself, or read from her phone or tablet, who's to say that she won't be rewarded more than 25, 27? The Messenger of Allah said that one deed with Allah is not one deed. Al-Hasana عشر أمثالها is multiplied by 10 minimum إلى 700 ضعف إلى أضعاف كثيرة. Another narration where it says it gets multiplied from 10 to 700, and it could be multiplied even more than that. So if she stays at home saying, no, I want to conceal myself, I don't want to go out, I don't want to mix with men, I would rather focus and have more khushu' here, who's to say that she won't? But I just want to highlight something as well. I mean, sisters have not been prevented from coming to the masjid in the Sharia. لا تمنعوا إماء الله من المساجد. The Messenger of Allah said, do not stop the slaves of Allah, the female slaves of Allah, from attending the masjid. But there are conditions. That she has a conversation at home and she just doesn't leave. She's wearing proper hijab. She is not bringing any kind of attraction to herself, whether it's makeup or otherwise. She's not applying perfume so that people can smell, as in when she walks on the street, people can smell. If she's applying perfume which she can smell herself, that's different, that's fine, inshallah. That she's not mixing, that she comes and she leaves, and there is no loitering, and she knows the adab and the etiquettes of the masjid. If she's not able to pray, then she must respect that. So the ulama have said, yes, she should attend the masjid if she wants to, or she's able, it's permissible for her to attend the masjid if she wants to, but there are conditions to it. And these have been discussed further in our lessons in fiqh. The question here is, will she be rewarded, or what is the alternative? Now we've talked about will she be rewarded, what is the alternative? Now this applies to men as well, because I know some men, they're working, they're doing shifts, they can't, get time off work, etc. The bare minimum that ulama have said, the bare minimum is 2 rak'at. Man qama Ramadan. As long as you pray 2 rak'at, you are included in qama Ramadan. As long as you pray 2 rak'at every single night, you are included of those who have stood in Ramadan. Walillahi alhamd. So you pray 4 rak'at for Isha, you pray 2 for the Sunnah Rawatib, and if you pray 2 Nafil after that, and then you conclude with the witr, whether it's 1 or 3 or 5, you are included in those people who have stood in Ramadan. And if you do this with the Iman and Ihtisab, all of your previous sins are forgiven. So now look at this. This is the principle that we were talking about before. She might think, okay, I'm not going to the Masjid, 25, 27 has been written off for me. But be optimistic. And who can limit the bounty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? All of your previous sins are forgiven in this second one. Even you praying at home. The bare minimum is 2 rak'at. The bare minimum of recitation, there is no bare minimum. As long as you do the Fatiha, and if you did even a small surah, it is included in man qam. And now you can see the rahmah and the favor of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. However, and this is a very important however, don't understand from what I'm saying here that you can now relax and think, okay, he's made it very easy for me. I just pray 2 rak'at, I can do Qul Huwallahu Ahad in each rak'at, that's it, it's fine. No. From the 4 ulama, from the 4 madhabs, they have said that there is no limit as to how much you can pray at night time, especially in Ramadan. In actual fact, it's encouraged. So we have the hadith of Abu Musa al-Ashari radiyallahu anhu. He said that we prayed with the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam until we thought that we were going to miss the suhoor. Until we thought حتى كاد يفوتنا الفلاح. Abu Dharr, the hadith of Abu Dharr, excuse me. This shows now when the Messenger of Allah ﷺ led them in Salatul Taraweeh, it was all the way until nearly Fajr time. Umar radiallahu anhu, when he combined the Ummah and he revived this Sunnah of the Messenger of Allah ﷺ, he appointed Ubay bin Ka'b radiallahu anhu and Tamim Dari to be the Imams. And it's been narrated in the Musannaf of Abdul Razzaq that they used to pray وَيَنْصَرِفُونَ عِنْدَ فُرُوءِ الْفَجْرِ. They used to finish the Salatul Taraweeh close to Fajr time. Ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anh, he used to pray hatta yusbih, until it's nearly Fajr time. And there are so many examples from the Salaf that they used to exert themselves. So whether you're praying in the Masjid, don't think, okay, I pray in the Masjid, I'm going to go home and I'm just going to be, it's going to be calm now, I'm just going to relax. No, you need to encourage yourself. And don't think from this that, if I'm praying at home, I just pray 2 rak'at and go to sleep. No, that's not what we're saying. However, if a person is in a difficult situation, then you have heard what you have heard. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He makes us of those who stand with the Iman and Ihtisab. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He rewards us for everything that we have put forth. Wallahu a'lam, sallallahu ala nabiyyina.